The Ms.Wheelchair Florida pageant is an annual event that's been a part of the local community for the past 25 years. According to the Ms.Wheelchair Florida website, the beginning of the Miss Wheelchair America pageant was formed in 1972 by Dr. Philip Wood. He saw the talent and determination of people with disabilities. Dr. Wood wanted an outlet to promote the lovely women who use wheelchairs. The Miss Wheelchair Florida organization is a nonprofit group led by volunteers. More information about the organization can be found at their website. The pageant itself was created not to be a beauty pageant, but to be a tool to select the best person to represent the 54 million Americans living with disabilities. After being crowned as Miss Wheelchair Florida, the winner of the pageant that I attended will take her title to the national competition and compete. On a side note, as you watch the slides, you'll be able to see the exact program that I watched. Shayla Reeves of Fox 13 was the main host for the night. In the event packets that were handed out at the pageant, there's a page dedicated to just the contestants that allows you to get a little bit more insight on what their platform is about, who they are, and what they've achieved. Here I just have snapshots, but if you'd like to see a closer look, I have booklets going around, and you can learn a little bit more about these extraordinary women. From the opening performances to the guest speakers, the event was well-rounded to not only reach out to the disabled community, but to also provide an environment where people not from the disabled community could be reached and educated on a world unknown to them. The event followed a structure of an opening ceremony, guest speakers, platform speeches, contestant questions, and finally, awards and crowning. During the platform speeches, the women each spoke about how they would use their title to help their community. Many of the women talked about working with the very same commissionary boards that spoke at the event. They wanted to work to continue to create equal access and services in different areas of the community. As Joel Spring points out on page 135 of our book, the ADA requires that people with disabilities be given equal access to services provided by any agency receiving federal money. Although the excerpt from the book is talking directly about education, the women of the pageant take the same ideas and they apply it to the general community. The winner of the night was Heather Taylor. While Heather was the most congenial and well-spoken of the night, my heartstrings were tugged on by Sarah. Sarah is what, in my opinion, the Miss Wheelchair pageant is about. Sarah is empowered by herself, and she will be the change. During her platform speech, Sarah had me personally tearing up about her emotional reflection of her life and how people around her gave up on her, but she never did. Sarah's speech is something that I'll take home with me and remember from the night. The theme of this year's pageant was Be the Change, Be Empowered. And to just drive that home, they had Debbie Lubbard speak at the event. If you guys wouldn't mind, I'd like to show you a portion of her speech where she had us take an oath. It's quite amusing, and I actually had a lot of fun.
I'm happy about that. You got it figured out. So I state your name. Chelsi. What's your real name? Not the word state your name. I know you're looking at the people, right? Yes. I, Debbie Lundberg, am willing and able to be a complete and utter hag. Are you excited about that? Weren't you thrilled that you came out on a Saturday night so you could be called a hag? What just happened? A hag? Not a nag, by the way, not a nag. So, but a hag, yes. What must I mean by that, a hag? Well, I mean happy. We heard about happy in one of the talks. Agile, we're going to talk about that. Gracious, as well as generous. So that's the type.
Lastly, before I close, I just want to share a small clip of one more speech that was given at the event. I think it really drives home what the point of this pageant is.
I'm working on another one with a client that I made in 2012. It was White Mountains in the Sierra Nevada Inyo mountain ranges in California. First person with a disability to summit is a 14er. Took 3 days, an able-bodied person could have done it in a day. But we know determination. But more importantly, here's the true confession. I spent a lifetime, I was 40 when I got hurt. I spent a lifetime avoiding people with disabilities because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know if I said something I'd be offensive or if I didn't know what to do. And I remember laying there on that cold frozen ground in Alabama with that tree on top of me saying, I'm going to be one of these people that I've spent a lifetime avoiding. What a door, what a joy, and what opportunities it's provided. You know, medicine has gotten to the point to where we're here to stay, we're here to play, and we're here to have an impact. And we so very much do that.